Is that a lead pipe?
Yep.
I don't understand. What's a lead pipe gonna do?
Magical girls, tell me, what comes to mind? Perhaps it's a quintessential show like Sailor Moon with its themes of fate, friendship, and the battle between good and evil. Or alternatively, maybe the first thought is Madoka Magica in its explorations of the horrible consequences of becoming a magical girl. My brain will forever be changed because of that anime. Today, however, it's time we turn our attention to an indie animated project called Pretty Please I Don't Wanna Be a Magical Girl. The pilot episode exploded and now at 4.7 million views. It's a clear indicator that something's resonating with the indie media enjoyers out there. The only offensive thing here is the fact that I only just recently found out about it. As of right now, there are 2 whole episodes out, and if you missed the second one, I hope this video will remind you to give it a watch when you can. I just want to see this project thrive, alright? It's my nefarious hidden agenda. Well, at least that's part of it. I want to know more about the history of magical girls, what makes the genre appealing, and how does Pretty Please I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl stand out as a worthy addition and expansion to the already existing magical girl media that's already out there. I do need to emphasize too that this animated project here was literally made on a whim during a creator hiatus and currently stands as some good old black and white storyboards. They're of course amazing, but still, I just find myself very excited for its future, and yes, I need to put my thoughts together because otherwise, I'm going to be cursed with saying, I like that thing, I don't know why, I just do. Which is valid, but it's just not enough, okay? On that note, if you're a magical girl enjoyer and you like supporting creators out there with their fun projects, I have some big things coming up this summer. One being my first extended Donothon, where I'll be opening the doors to a world building project I have, among other fun stream plans with art, design, and more. As it's still a bit away, you can create a free account on my website for news updates, and if you're really curious, I'd of course welcome you becoming a member. If you do, you'll get access to behind-the-scenes content for not just for this one event and project, but also with other things I do, like making videos for the YouTubes. I even got a promo code which you can see here for 35% off your membership. Every single member on my website will get a shout out at the end of my videos, so if you'd like to be a part of that, then you know what to do. This concludes our self-sponsored segment. Back to our programming.
Oh, what book you got there?
It's just one of my favorite mangas. Moon Sailor?
Magical girl is a subgenre of fantasy media that originally came from Japan. Its core is centering around young girls who possess magical abilities, something they take advantage of with an ideal alter ego that they're often able to transform into. That's one of the most iconic tropes, though there are many others. I'm sure you're imagining some right now, though why don't we take a brief look at the history of where these tropes even emerged from. 1966. This was when the first magical girl anime was released, it being Sally the Witch. It follows a young witch who has to balance everyday life with keeping her powers a secret. I learned that it could even take the title as first shoujo as well, which is super cool to know as a shoujo fan as well, who would have guessed? In 1969, we have a follow-up show with Kimitsu no Ako-chan, a story about a girl who is gifted a magic mirror that allows her to transform into anything she chooses. Spot the trope? We've just unlocked receiving magical items, let's go. The early days were typically low-stakes adventures that centered more around navigating childhood, friendships, and responsibility, while having a bit more of that magical flair. So with that, we'll be entering the 70s and 80s now. It was around this time that things gradually shifted to get a little more dangerous, with magical girls now taking up the role of protector and defender of justice. A superhero, if you will. While researching, I found out that this fighting magical girl archetype was influenced from other popular genres of the time too, the most notable being Super Sentai. Just think team dynamics, color coding, monster of the week, and reusable transformations from this. Other notable anime from this time included Cutie Honey in 1973, Mojoko Magu-chan in 1974, and Lullabelle, the Magical Girl in 1980. All of these adding onto that framework of balancing daily life with action-packed adventures. Okay, that about covers that. It's finally time we talk about the Magical Girl revolution of the 90s. And yes, this involves Sailor Moon. I have not personally watched this one yet, but oh boy do I plan to. Its significance comes from the way it brought together all the structure and tropes of the past, while still upping the stakes to new heights and capturing new depths as well, from the more emotional side of storytelling. Some other big names include Magic Knight Ray Earth in 1994, Revolutionary Girl Uetna in 1997, and Cardcaptor Sakura in 1998. The last one has been my main show recently, and I am well on my way to finishing it soon. If everything above was the construction of what we know as a magical girl, what came next was a deconstruction. Yes, at last I can mention Madoka Magica, which came out in 2011, wow! It explored the nightmarish sides of magical girls, which revolved around suffering, cruel contracts, and tragic enemies that they were forced to fight. It certainly made an impression, and while it's definitely iconic, that wasn't the only route that the genre had taken since the initial classics at least. There is this franchise called Precure, which has so many series that are a part of it, and yes, it retains the wholesome, it retains the magical girl essence, and it continues strong to this day. Outside of Japanese animation, there is of course that two-way street that emerged with Western animation too, which is a whole other thing. Here's some examples of the overlap. We got Steven Universe, She-Ra the Princess of Power, Miraculous Ladybug, My Little Pony Equestria Girls, Winx Club, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Bee and Puppycat, and finally, K-Pop Demon Hunters, which is a movie, but still. The essence is there. Rather than falling directly within the magical girl genre, I'd say a lot of these pay homage to it, in some of their references or general inspirations. So we finally know our history. Good job, class. Gold stars for getting this far. And if you skipped ahead, hey, you can have one too.
What we doing next?
We? Together?
Yeah, like, date. Oh, wait, that's wrong. I think it's called a hang, because we're friends now. Oh, no, unless you're busy. You look like you're someone who has a lot going on.
At last, we can finally talk about Pretty Please I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. To recap, it's about a girl named Aika who has just moved to a small little town to escape her role as the Star Guardian. Something that she has a natural talent for, though who finds the responsibility and pressure of it all to be exhausting. Other characters include Hoshi, her little star companion, who is honestly just done with most things, but who still cares a lot for Aika, just in a way that's a little bit pressuring. Next is Eclipse, who perceives himself as Aika's arch-rival and love interest, something that is in no way reciprocated by Aika, as she'd much rather avoid him entirely. The actual main antagonist of the show is Lady Devoid, the embodiment of darkness. Her goal including regaining her power and memories, as well as enacting revenge upon the Star Guardian, who she recalls being responsible for her current state. Last but not least, there's Zera. She's a self-proclaimed loser with a strong interest in all things magical girls, especially for, quotation marks, Moon Sailor. Something she's actively inspired by, especially when it comes to standing up for what's right. Yes, I could recap episode 1 and 2, but hey, I'd much rather you watch it if you still somehow haven't.
Okay, people are looking. Let's take our drinks and get the hell out of here.
I'm going to talk about why I'm such an enjoyer of Pretty Please I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl, and how it ties in with the context surrounding magical girls in general. The big one is because of Aika and Zira as characters and what I feel they represent, as well as, of course, their dynamic and perspective with each other. For Aika, I kinda see her as that nope out stand-in. Kind of like when you've seen way too many horror movies and the most obvious thing you could do in the moment is not enter that spooky haunted house. Don't split up the group, stay together, get the heck out of there. That's her, just with her responsibilities as a magical girl. As well as pointing towards that feeling of general burnout from that one thing everyone wants you to be. She likely enjoyed it at one point, but it's just different now, you know? When you're stuck in the routine of it all and that cycle of constant peak performance, it goes to reason that deep down, you just want to take it easy and not to have to always be perfect, essentially. On the flip side, there's Zira. Zira, oh Zira, how I love her. An absolute fangirl to the core despite first impressions. Zira works to shine a light on the best of magical girls and fans of said media, while also being someone worth protecting. A person who actually sets Aika into action despite her reluctance. And yes, something that would result in a moment like this.
Don't hurt my friend!
No choice now.
I'm quickly regretting my decision!
Or this.
This sucks! I just finished decorating! You okay?
Are you seeing it? Anyway, it's like Aika and Zira bridge that split between pessimism and optimism, and of course possessing this strong appreciation for each other's typical lives, seeing something special that the other doesn't, you know? Aika deeply envies Zira's ordinary life and the fact she has no expectations put upon her. And for Zira, she admires everything magical girl, and even when it comes to fiction, it's these little things that have genuinely inspired her to do or see things differently. Zira's inclusion and perspective just goes to highlight the appreciation the creator has for the genre, all while getting to poke fun at it and subvert expectations. Some examples include Aika having a whole D transformation sequence in comparison to her more instantaneous transformation when going into battle. How practical Aika can be with just physical attacks with a lead pipe instead of something abstract like a star beam. The personality of Hoshi, the goofiness of Eclipse. Really, the fact that it references the genre so heavily while being separate enough to explore a whole different perspective really goes to show how something can be appreciated yet added onto in a significantly delightful way. And I love that so much. To me, it almost feels like a reminder where, regardless of how much magical girl media you've actually seen or read, you can still laugh about it and to think back on memories or watch lists that you've been meaning to tackle. So with that, why don't we sit and just think about it? If you're a fan of magical girls, what made it special for you? Why do you enjoy it now if you're still actively a fan? Has something stopped you from enjoying it? Why is that? My first anime was Madoka Magica, so it's just a smidge different for me, but I honestly find my more recent interests to be more intriguing to poke at. What's so special about the magical girl genre, especially right now? The big elephant in the room is the fact that this world kinda sucks a lot of the time, and as interesting as it is to explore dark themes, I think at some point there's a threshold where you need a bit of that escapism. Not so much to avoid reality entirely, but to instead find an inner little foundation that makes standing strong a little easier despite everything that's going on. One long journey for me had been coming to terms with my identity. If you don't know, I'm non-binary, and I think anyone who's been there knows a bit of that experience of trying to be enough of something. Like, sure, obviously there's no right way to express yourself, though at times you can be a little self-judgy about particular interests or ways of even dressing, for example. Eventually, this long journey led to me opening the doors again for something that rung a little more true to heart, and here we are. Magical girls are cool because it's so queer-coded, okay? It's empowering in regards to femininity. It has a history of challenging gender roles. It delves into complex relationships between same-sex characters. It has transformation, disguise, and duality, something that can easily describe the experience of a lot of LGBT people. And most obviously, it's just heckin' cute. It's a delight. I love to see it, both for the wholesome and for the dark stuff. It's wonderful, okay?
Today mostly sucked. But you know what? I haven't seen Aika smile like this in a long time. So, thank you for today. Really.
I've already rambled about the characters, though with the context of personal connection and empowerment now, not only does this indie show serve as a soft reminder of something that you maybe enjoyed in the past, but it also clearly points towards representation and its significance in media. Underrepresented groups and perspectives are typically fed crumbs, either with less than satisfactory representations or making do with characters that just fall on the sidelines. And it's tough when it comes to that sort of thing, because media inspires other media, and it has this unconscious pull where you just never end up seeing specific types of identities depending on the space you're in. A big culprit of this is anime, because, of course, it's from Japan, and that plays a role in how it's shaped. So the big one here is Black representation, and how, of course, Zira and Aika are clearly heavily hinted to be love interests. So yeah, that's a big win right there. When an indie project like this comes up, it truly does make a mark in the fact that there's so many perspectives out there to consider, ones that deserve to be highlighted and not just vaguely implied or tucked to the side. Why is this important? Well, stories, when they find a person at the right time, can truly change people. It can make them feel seen, and it can be a reminder that they're just as capable as well. And for those who don't connect 100%, it's still great to empathize. Forget just character types. It's supporting the creators themselves, providing them with the momentum they need to put their ideas out there, because that's the only way they'll ever be fully realized. Indie projects need support, and I hope you continue to follow along with Pretty Please I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl, and of course to show support in your own way too. That's it! Support indie creators! Like this video if you liked it. Check out all these lovely patrons, and subscribe if you'd like to send some encouragement my way too. Take care!